there are different types of national investors. Agricultural cooperative union or joint venture. What do you think? It has to be consistent and strengthen the idea. So what is the idea here? We have a system that is working well. All actors have the same influence. That's an important one. What would you suggest? D6? Okay, Joe suggests D6. Joint venture between government and national investors. What do you think?
I think D4 because agricultural cooperative union. Yeah. If we select D6, it means only joint like a venture between only the government and some powerful man or some rich man to invest in the government. It's not direct to the community. But for the D4, agricultural cooperative union invest in all. So the community have opportunity.
Yeah. What do you think? Because there is something which is interesting. Here it says most holdings are medium-sized family-owned, interconnected as cooperatives. And here we have agricultural cooperative union.
Yes, good.
So it's quite consistent.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes,
yeah. Okay. So let's have D4 here.
Yeah.
So if we have D4, then we have the possibility to choose between E1 and E3.
I choose E1.
Okay. Okay. You will be the facilitator for the Cambodia team. You will be the facilitator of this work because you have got it Okay. So here we have the possibility between E1.
Yeah.
So policies forbid export of natural rubber, promote both sustainable natural rubber production by small and medium holding farms only, and local second. Okay, I have the old one and processing here, and the processing. Okay, then you have the possibility of E1 or policies constantly change of orientation of who they support and what they support. Does no, it's not even a matter of nice anymore. No. It's just a matter of which one is the most consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. So the most consistent
E1
is E1. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. You agree with your opinion?
No, I agree.
Okay. So that means that we will have this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have this one, so we can remove this one because we have already compared it and we said no, right?
Yes, we can take a photo. We can take a photo
Take
first.
the photo first. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, the E3, we said the E3 does not work very well here, right? Okay, so and we prefer to have this state. So here we remove it. Okay, now the E3. Okay, now we have D3 and this one here. So does it work? D3, here we have the same thing. So D3 is, there are different types of national investors, and then policies forbid or policies constantly change of orientation.
Remove E3.
So in this case,
D3 is
which combination would be between E1 and E3 in the case where you have still this, but the national investment is based on different types of national investors, and the policy forbids export and the policies constantly change of orientation.
What is the most consistent?
The most-
or the most different from the other one?
No, the most at the same time, the most consistent and the most different. Yeah, but because this is a matter of consistency or strength, it's not only consistent, it's also reinforcing the state. Here, okay, what do you think? What here would you like to keep this one or that one?
E1.
No, but it's not what would you like to see. It's not your preference for the future. It's what, according to you, is the combination that is the most coherent and the most. And also, it has to be contrasted with this one.
It's
Okay, so here it says that
Luigi,
it works well here,
A1
but the
H3.
policies are not clear, and there is a, so because it's not clear, it's also possible to have very different type of national investors. So that one, if you agree with me, that one would make a combination that is internally coherent and also different from this one, because at least it differs from two, by right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So then I can remove this one. Okay. Now, here what we had is a difference because we have the D6. So this future, again, A1, B1, C1 is so the D6. If we want to make a future scenario that is different from these two scenarios, then we keep the D6, right? The D6 is here, joint venture, and because we already have E1 here, we use E2, but we have to see whether it is consistent. Okay, because we are changing a little bit the things. Okay, so now it says joint venture between government and policy policies support only foreign large private investment targeting the export of raw rubber products. It's still possible to work with smallholders working for the production of raw product. There is enough labor, and all actors have the same influence. Even if it is compatible 2 by 2, then the question is that combination, does it make sense? You see, because when we do the incompatibilities, we look only at factors 2 by 2, right? But when we combine them, then we start to create a situation that is more complex than just 2 factors. And even if you combine factors that are compatible, the combination of the 5 states can give you a situation where you feel that it's a bit difficult to understand why it would work like this when you combine at the same time. Most holdings are medium sized, there is plenty of labor, all actors have the same influence. That includes the holdings, and the policies support only foreign large sector investment targeting the export of raw rubbers. It could work. It's the fact that this and this together is difficult to see how it can work with this one. That's the thing. It's the combination of these two, because this one can work with this one can work with this one, but when we have both this and this, then it's difficult to see how it could work. You agree with me? Okay, so I would say let's not start developing a synopsis and then work on narratives on something that at the end we say how can we make it work. So we discard it, right? Which means that right now we have 2 future states of what we call the happy futures. Happy futures, the happy, yeah.
I don't understand why you discount this one. This one.
This one.
Yeah. It's not enough
Yeah.
contrasted with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a joint venture. Yeah. Okay. So we keep these 2. That's for the first round. Okay. Now, let's do something. Hirun. Yes. Your turn.
Facilitator.
Lui xuống.
Ấy là để cho nó làm
It's my time.
Tờ mình đỡ giấu luôn.
Bỏ lên hết
Just
đi.
put them and
Just put
Giấu luôn rồi.
they will help
Đâu
you.
rồi.
Actually, if you had known before, you would have looked at
Thì
it
cơ bản nó khỏi lùi
but
đúng không? Thì
I
cũng
took
đưa
you
vô
by
đấy.
surprise. I'm sorry.
Thì làm loài luôn
You
rồi.
just put them and they will help you as future facilitators.
Cái 1 C4, cái thứ 2, cái thứ 4, 2 and 4 the same. 2 and 4 is same.
Yeah,
1,
tối
2,
rồi.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, just no, facilitator. Do
Now, first, let him
the
facilitate your. Okay, he's the facilitator, and you play the role of a participant.
Okay, okay.
So, as a facilitator, the first thing that you will ask them is.
Please, all the participants, please take a look with
Anh hát
our scenario that we selected, and then we compare which one is like the same and quite the same and different. Yes. Let's take a look. Cut number 2 from the left hand
It is
side.
same.
2, 3, 4. I think this one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.